Hey everybody, this is Danny Jr. and I'm so excited right now. I'm here to talk to you guys about exposure. That's right, I'm here to talk to you guys about exposure. Have you ever been exposed before? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Did you know that right now there are people just like you and me earning $50,000 a month and spend less than 8 hours a day seeing that money flow inside of their bank accounts? Did you know that right now there are people who get to travel all across the world and still be able to make a living merely by having a laptop and an internet connection? Have you ever been exposed to that? Maybe the answer is no, because I'll tell you, in 2011 and before, I wasn't exposed to anything like that as well. You see, I'm a kid who basically came up from the bottom. And what I mean specifically about that is that, I was raised in St. Louis, Missouri, one of the, so-called bad cities of America. I think they were number 2 in crime this year. I think number 1 maybe a year before. But, I really came from that environment. I wasn't exposed to business people. I wasn't exposed to people who were doing great things as far as business was concerned. I merely listened to my mother. You see, my mother told me that, listen, son, if you want to succeed in life, then you need to get a great education, right? And so I began to pursue that endeavor. And so I graduated from a two-year community college. And I decided to go ahead and press forward, and I went to a 4-year university, graduated from the University of Missouri in St. Louis. And so then, not too long after that, I got my first full-time job. And I was happy and grateful. I thought everything was going great. And then I got exposed. You see, when I got laid off, I was exposed to a world that I never knew existed. You see, in St. Louis, where I lived, that there weren't people who was making $50,000, $100,000 a month. I wasn't exposed to that. I thought that was mere something basically given to NBA or NFL players. I didn't know there were common people doing that. I wasn't exposed to the fact that there were people who basically with a laptop and an internet connection were having businesses that were thriving and were helping so many people like you and me get to the next level. I wasn't exposed. But then when I became exposed, I met people like that. I met people like Jonathan Budd, for example, who's a multimillionaire. I met people like Mark Hoverson. I met people like Dagan Smith. I met people like Matt Lloyd. And by connecting with these people through an event, I really was exposed to a world that I never knew existed. That if I didn't get out of my comfort zone, if I didn't get out to where I was currently planted and get to the next level, I would have never been exposed to something else. And what I'm trying to tell you on this video is that if you want to get to the next level, you got to get exposed. You ever get exposed to something outside of your current thinking, of your the way you know how things should operate? There was a world out there that you don't know exists, and the only way that you can see what is out there is that you got to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be exposed. And so right now, I'm offering you a gateway to that exposure, what I was exposed to back in 2011 and 2012. I'm trying to expose you to something that I didn't even know existed and try to share with you an opportunity, share with you a lifestyle that I never thought was possible to an average person. You see, guys, I was expelled from high school. I didn't get to walk across the stage in high school. I had to get my diploma in summer school. I didn't get those particular, I wasn't exposed to all of these successful people. I wasn't raised by my father. But because of that exposure, because of that seeing what's possible, my life is on a gradual uptick, and I want to help you get on that uptick as well. And so probably above this video, there's a link. I would recommend go ahead and click on that link and really partner with me so we can get to the next levels together. I've got to tell you something that I guarantee you, if nothing else, you will be exposed to something that you didn't know was possible. You didn't know was there, but exists for common people like you and me. I'll see you later.